Was I imagining things? Probably imagining. Um, did you talk to those guys any further about the multifamily in Glendale?
I have talked to Ralph a few times and I
Yeah,
just let
yeah.
him know what we spoke about. And then you said someone was out of town, but when she got back, you wanted her to get me like intake me on how to use Deal Hunter so I can write use AI to write a presentation basically for them to understand why their land's overvalued and what the opportunities are moving forward.
Right. So that would be Katya and Catherine and Katya work together really good. So that's who we got to get you to on board with on that side of it. Um, and then yeah, that's about it on that. Um,
I can find deals to look at. Like I'm
yeah.
absolutely if you guys want.
What
Um,
was what was the conversation like with the multifamily place guys?
they I mean, I'm like friends with Ralph. He wants to partner with me on other deals and stuff, and it's his brother that's selling it. So he totally gets it. He's like, I understand that too. And he he's on board with me.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And because it's overvalued in that way, like we're not, and we've talked to other developers and different stuff, I'm like, I don't see, it's not like a situation where I'm like worried someone else is gonna run and pick it up.
Yeah,
Like,
again, somebody that wants to pay double the price, go ahead. Like
yeah. So we just need to get our ducks in a row and then figure out our meeting with the city. And once things get closer to January, we'll know more about the opportunity zone. And I think it's just gonna take time.
The best thing I can do is tell you now to go ahead and deep dive a little bit on who to get a hold of at Glendale and talk to them about the opportunities there.
Okay.
So yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay.
Um, mhm.
Glenn, so figure out who to talk to at the city.
Right, right.
Okay.
All right. And then what else? I've got these I get these calls every day about projects and stuff like that. I just got one right now, literally as I'm sitting here. Um, why did I do that?
Oh, yesterday you were saying you don't do single family homes, but Catherine, you do like luxury single family homes, right?
Right,
So are you still looking for deals like that?
for
Like
sure.
in
Yeah.
Scottsdale? And
Yep.
then, okay, so there's a Rancho Saguaro luxury value add tear down site. Is that something
Okay.
you would want to look
Yeah,
at?
absolutely.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind though that if it's got more than one person on the daisy chain, they're hard to close.
I don't think so. This is a wholesaler buddy that I have. He doesn't daisy chain.
Okay, good. Yeah, as long as there's only one person between us and seller, we're good.
Okay.
And we like to work with the seller because what we want to do is we want to set it up where we do delayed payments after closing because we don't want to raise the HUD on the actual property. Does that make sense? Especially if we're knocking it down. Tired
Uh-huh.
of paying $1.8 million it's stupid to pay $1.8 million for a property when I can show 1.1 on paper and then turn around and pay them the other seven after the fact. So
Weatherfield? Weathers?
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
you
got
want me to
sent
share my screen?
sure, go ahead.
Uh,
Mm, mm,
Sorry, give me a second. I have a lot going on the computer right now. Okay, wait. Mm-mm. Jesus. Okay, here we are. Okay. Oops. Is it hearing me? Okay, it's doing allow while visiting the site.
Yeah, do that. That just allows the microphone to be used so you can talk to it.
Okay, perfect. Scottsdale, Arizona, 85254. What is going on? Okay, while it's thinking, it says, this is a value add or tear down property listed for 875,000. The projected ARV is 2.8 million. Can you please run this deal? It didn't show up, huh?
The address showed up.
Not, yeah, but her talking didn't show up. So try hitting the microphone again. Okay.
This property is listed as a value add or tear down site. The asking price is 875,000 and the projected ARV is 2.8 million. Please run this deal. Frickin'
It
Oh,
doesn't, it doesn't like anything but that address.
okay.
Should I
Well,
just put run this
just
deal
type
as
it.
is?
There
Yeah,
you go.
run this deal.
Okay.
Just type in run this deal.
ChatGPT has been doing some interesting additions and stuff. Yesterday, when working with my client, we had some interesting blips.
I the like a week or two ago it was like everything was going good with my GPT and then it was like download the desktop version. So I did and that was terrible. Nothing was working.
Well, because you're used to using um, the URL version. You're used to using the browser version, and the browser version is cool, but it doesn't work like the desktop version. I
Right.
use I use the app. I use the app.
Uh-huh. The desktop version wouldn't even load properly though. Like
Well,
it was
yeah,
just a whole mess.
I think it's because again, if you're used to using it, it acts differently. It's just like when I went from trying to use an Android to an Apple. Apple just felt totally foreign and just not even worth trying because it was so difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but after an extended amount of time of using it, it was like, oh, it ain't too bad. I threw up my shared screen while yours is still thinking. I loaded two sets of blueprints in here, and you can see that these,
Do you
maybe
want
not.
me to stop sharing?
No, you
Okay.
just toggle back and forth, I think.
Okay. This says it found some of the same information. It says current list price is 897,000. The listing explicitly markets it as a fixer and says remodel or rebuild. It is currently shown as under contract, so the play may be backup position, fallout rather than clean first position. I think under contract is like with the wholesaler.
Yeah, it's direct, if it's direct to seller.
I do not like this as a conventional rental, and I only like it as a flip if you can either push the ARV to roughly 1.3 million range or
All
get
right.
acquisition price down. Recent sales in this zip code show renovated or stronger condition homes in the general size band reaching well above 1 million okay.
What was the price they were,
They
what was,
wanted 870. Wait, let me double check. 875. And then their ARVs are always like the frickin' highest top
oh,
end
yeah,
possible.
yeah,
But
because they gotta build that margin so that you feel like you're getting a deal.
yeah, 2.8 million is what they were
Yeah, this
saying.
is also an in the 85254, which is not the Cactus Corridor.
Okay. It says
It's more
Rancho
Arcadia, right?
Saguaro. Yeah.
So the big thing over there is that it's got a decent sized lot. Let's see what size lot it's got.
Is that going to be in here?
It could be.
Well, Zillow usually shows the size of the lots.
Yeah, but I'm saying Deal Hunter should have told us too.
So Luke, one of the things like what Ashley has done is she has developed relationships with other wholesalers. I know that you did your investor profile. So that's one of the things that you could be doing is starting to find and develop relationships with other wholesalers so that they can send you properties if that's for the particular asset class that fits your investor profile. And then you can bring them here and then we can analyze them and figure out, what the next steps are to move forward um, with those type of projects.
Right.
That's what Ashley's done. So that
Well,
because the whole goal is if you're here every day, we'd love for you to be actually bringing deals so that we can help you analyze them and structure them and actually get deals done
yeah,
versus just
and
be a
inside of
spec.
that, Luke actually filled out to do his to be an apprentice here with us. So Luke, I haven't been able to get back to your email, but I do want you to make an appointment on my calendar to get together. So uh, I'll send you the link to, or maybe Catherine has it to send you to book on my calendar with it. So a lot of cool pictures.
And
It's
you,
0.32 acres, so not even half an acre.
Yeah, not, it's only a third of an acre. So it's about 9,000 or 10,000 square feet. And so, and in that area, you're not gonna get, like, you can ask it to show you comps of new builds and see what it says.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do. I'd say, give me a new build price. Tell me
Okay.
what new builds are.
Too many things going on here. Where'd it
And
go?
Luke, you're in, what part of the country are you in? You're in Pennsylvania?
I'm gonna see.
yeah, I'm in PA.
Awesome. That's where,
Can't
Hoy's at, isn't it, Catherine?
fucking see
Yep.
anything.
Yep.
I don't know what
Luke, I
happened.
just put
I'll just
Tommy's
stop sharing.
calendar in the chat for you.
Mhm.
No, thank you.
Oh, there it is. But so let me see if it will let me dictate now. What would the cost be to tear down and rebuild?
Oh, no, don't ask it to do that. Ask it what new builds are comping out for over there. Cause Deal Hunter is not a general contractor. It'll give you some good prices, but it won't be close.
Okay, sorry. So what are new builds selling for in that area? What'd you say?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, that's what you want.
Okay. Can you please tell me what new builds are selling for in this area?
And see what that pops up on you. I'm gonna look at this plan set real quick while we're waiting for that to dig. I'm gonna open up my GPT. I was in free estimates this morning. And I get this email sent over to me this morning for grading and drainage and you know, preliminary residence on stuff, so. And so I put the plans in there and it analyzed them. For whatever reason, they're not wanting to show up. Doesn't make any sense. Here they are right here. So these blueprints right here, threw those in there. Told it to cook on them. It cooked on them, came back and said the first pass review shows several items worth coordinating before. These are treated as construction ready. The architectural set is not a construction ready set. This is a progress set, not for construction, clearly written on there somewhere. The finished floor elevations need to be coordinated carefully. The civil plans establish different building elevations, including a LF, which is the floor height of the floor height is 2268 on the main entrance, 2267 on the garage, and 2257 on the basement. So these are all, you know, pay attention to numbers. The basement drainage waterproofing is a major review item because there's like a large atrium gate drain wall opening and rock header wall on there. And so they've got a lot of info on there about the drainage system, but not a lot about how that's gonna affect the house. Casita garage site plan coordination should be verified, pool site coordination, exterior patio, fire department access should be confirmed, site walls, etc. So guy sent this over to me, he's like, you know, here, look at these. So looked at them, these are the concerns that I have. I can ask it to give me a price if I want to. Start with a civil groundworks price
It
and then the house. So that's both. I get to work on that.
okay, my GPT finished figuring that out. I'm gonna
Your
show.
turn, pop it up, let's see. So new builds in the 88525, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, this changes the deal materially. I found several ground up 2025 builds in the same market
Mm-hmm.
that sold for 3 million to 4 million.
But they're all on lots twice the size. And the house is twice the size.
Yep. So all three were built
So
in 2025.
cut the prices in half because you gotta cut the house in half and the lot in half. So cut
Right.
the house and the lot in half, you end up at like
1.5 or
1.8, 1.5, somewhere,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
The comp I really like for Weathersfield, there is a currently brand new Thomas James home built much closer geographically. It's 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath on a 2.2 acre lot with a pool and a new construction currently offered at 2.9 million.
right.
This property is roughly 0.34 acres, so it actually has a somewhat larger lot. The subject itself is currently offered at 897,000. That is strong signal that the highest and best use may be tear down new build.
Right. And tear it down, and rebuild it back with like 4,200 square foot,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell it to run that deal.
What do you want me to ask it? Sorry.
So I tell it to now look at tearing it down and rebuilding it.
For 4,200 square feet.
Yeah, to do 4,200 square feet. It'll
Isn't
give you roundabout numbers, but not.
isn't this what that is saying? What I would build is 3,800 to 4,200. 4 bedroom, 5 baths with office, 3 car garage, resort style pool, strong indoor outdoor living, finish size up to 4,200 square feet.
Yeah.
My preliminary new build ARV for a well executed 4,000 square foot product on this lot, conservative 2.7 million to 2.8. Base case, what does that mean? Best, is that supposed to say best case? Base
Base
case?
case, no, the base, like, your base meaning like from here to here. Conservative is like the bare minimum. Your base is like your middle and your strong is your like aggressive, if you will.
I see, I see, I see. Okay. So base case is 2.9 to 3.1 million. How the land math gets interesting. Purchase for 850,000, demo 40 to 60, new build 1.2 million, pool and landscaping architecture finance, total basis before sale cost approximately 2.5. So it's not a good deal. If you exit at 3 million, that's too skinny after brokerage and closing costs.
Yep.
Jeez.
Now you're getting the picture, right? Now you're able to see
Hmm.
like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that crazy shit.
It gets you excited for a second, and then it's like,
Right.
no.
No. It's called do the numbers, let the numbers tell you what to do, right?
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
what it comes down to.
If someone were to hold that, like a situation where they don't, like kind of like a seller finance, but they don't get paid until the after it sells.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it because then you're able to wait for, you're delaying the payment, which gives you the opportunity to make money off of that money until it's time to pay them that money.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of how it breaks down on that. Um, but yeah, no, it's good that you went through that and kind of looked at that. And we were like, oh, okay, I see. And this is why we want to have contact with those sellers too, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because in those cases, it's gonna be like, hey, we need to do a little financing of this property. Let's finance this up a little bit. So a little bit of owner financing on there, help everybody out, get it all done still, you know?
Mm-hmm. What about off-market Camelback Canyon Estates, oversized 1/2 acre flip or new build?
Yeah, let's take a look at that too. Run that.
Okay.
1/2 acre?
That's what yeah, I think that's what it says.
Interesting. So is it 0.5 or 1.5?
It says 1/2, but maybe when we run it, it will be more clear on what
Yeah.
it actually is. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to talk to it this time because it's just faster and I need to get better at that. Okay, new chat. Deal Hunter. Am I still sharing?
Yeah,
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, we see everything.
Okay. 4405 East Palo Verde Drive in Phoenix, Arizona, 85018. This property is off market wholesale priced at 1,525,000. It's from what we see here, it's recommended for a flip or new build. Run this deal.
and I see Luke, you got your appointment and it just came in to my email, so um it'll pop on my calendar and let me know when we're meeting. Let's see. And then your survey should be emailed to you in response to that email you sent to me. Let's see. I'm gonna re-forward it.
It
Thank
didn't.
you.
I've seen this one before. How much do they want on this one?
Uh, yeah, or 1.525.
Yeah, they're way too high priced on this one. Um,
It
and
says,
again,
yeah,
it's only a
half
half
acre
acre lot.
lot.
Yeah, it's only a half acre lot. They need to be down. You can see the price, see that price thing right there, like how it's
Mm-hmm.
doing that like that.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be back down around what it was around 2020,
Mm-hmm.
right about there.
Yep.
Not there.
And then let's see what this says. Worth pursuing, but as a high-end flip first, new build second.
Yeah. So if the wholesale price is at 155, you could do you because you can get a good DSCR rate in there. And I would ask the person, I'd be like, why is there 50,000, how are you justifying going from 475 to 525? What is that, that's a $50,000 increase for just buying it in May? You got 50,000 in equity all of a sudden? Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's not how it works.
I bet that one's gonna be harder to sell too because it's listed that way on Zillow.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'd go in there and I'd offer him like $490 a square foot. Because right now he's like at five something. Hmm, or six something. It's way too high. So
So it says best case, base case flip underwriting, purchase at 1.5, rehab at 325, acquisition closing cost 40K, financing to carry the loan is 130,000, selling cost at 6%, a 7 to 10 month project.
yep.
If you sell it for 2.4, you'd make 236,000. And are these projections usually pretty close? Or are there
So
things we're
you got to get it.
probably missing?
You gave it that information.
Mm-hmm.
You gave it that information. So now you got to ask it to verify and justify that information,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
So this is where like people are like, oh, well, GPT gave me the wrong info. No, if you give it that info, it's going to use that info,
Mm-hmm. So I need to
right?
double check everything, make sure the comps
Correct.
are good, deep dive on comps and everything.
No, you ask
Just ask it,
Deal Hunter to do it. You don't
verify.
do it.
Yeah, you say verify the comps on this and show me the stats. You
Okay,
don't have to go do it.
should I ask that then and see what
Ask it
it
right
says?
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you please verify the comps on this property
for ARV.
for ARV?
Send, send it. And so, yeah, that's how that's gonna work. Luke, for whatever reason, your email is bouncing back to me.
Recent closed sales, same micro market, similar lot house size and remodeled condition. Then I'll separate strong comps from weaker supporting comps so that we don't overstate value.
Very
Yeah.
good. There you go. Yeah, Luke, do you have another email address that I can send to at luke.crooks998 @gmail.com? Is that correct?
Yeah, that should be good. I can send you another one though if that one's not working. I'm not sure why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it just keeps bouncing back. I've had 6 of them bounce back in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, how long I've been doing it right here.
I put one in the message.
Dolly.
Hmm.
So what's it saying, Ashley?
It says he found some good, decent comps. The square footage applied to 2,788 square feet at $680 a square foot would leave you
Mm-hmm.
at 1.9 million, and at
Mm-hmm.
$949 a square foot, 2.6. But okay, so 850 to 950 a square foot is possible, but I would not automatically give the subject best case because Villa Venture archived it. This represents the upper end of the finished spectrum. My ARV conclusion, conservative 2.3 million, best case scenario 2.6. I would not underwrite the flip with 2.6 today. What matters at a lot at a 1.5 million acquisition. If we use 2.5 ARV with rehab, carrying acquisition cost, the profit would be around 283K.
Yep. And that's top of market, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why you got to get them to negotiate.
Mm-hmm. Revised by recommendation. A realistic target would be 1.4 million. 1.5 only if rehab bids are tight and you are confident the finished product commands 2.5.
And it
One
says right
other.
there, it says right there that the half acre lot is bigger than the other 3/4 acre lots, or third acre lots.
Uh-huh. That
But
provides value.
right, that's upside. That's not, don't put that value in the ARV. When,
Right. Right. I'd rather treat the extra dirt as upside than bake all of it into the ARV.
yeah,
I would underwrite this deal at 2.4 ARV, stress it at 2.3, and treat it at 2.6 as an upside. The next thing I do before putting hard money down is compare the actual subject interior photos room by room. That will tell us whether this needs 2.5 remodeling or 500K luxury transformation, and that will decide whether 1.5 million is a deal or a trap.
right. And then what you would do is you would use free estimates to go take those pictures, pull them in and say, okay, remodel this house. Boom.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
haven't got to play around with free estimates yet.
Yeah. Well, if this thing's got a folder of photos, it's super easy. It's literally upload 20 photos, tell it the zip code and say, I want a high-end luxury remodel. Give me a price in this zip code. Boom, done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it'll spit out all the info you need.
And this guy, the wholesaler, he has like a Google Docs where it shows you the address and then it has a bunch of photos of the property that they are like new and they just took. They're not usually ones you'll see like on the market listing or anything. They're like personal photos they went and walked and took. So that's
Crazy.
helpful.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I think my Titan Impact email's not working because I just tried to send Luke to that new email and that's not going through either.
Okay.
Keeps bouncing back. Um, but I did send, like I got sent mail to other people this morning, so it's crazy. I sent it to you, to Sam Debo's.
Did it give you a bounce back error code when it did that?
Uh-huh. Failure code 4489.
So Tommy's email address is bouncing for some reason.
And let me just double check and make sure it's not, it's not on Luke's side. Give me a second.
I don't know if it's something on our end.
Well, like I said, I was able to send out a couple other emails to other people with no bounce back. Oh,
Yeah, here, I'm sending this to you with Luke's email address.
I just sent him. Reply back to him. Unless it's external.
Hmm.
Weeks ago, we bought the cheapest house we could find in Phoenix, and right now it still looks like an explosion.
The heck happened?
Just not, just not okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, yeah, I'm getting emails. I don't know why it's doing it. Cause I just sent to myself and sent out for myself. And no issues there. Let's see. The attachment is too big for Gmail to accept it. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's not, nothing's wrong with our accounts.
Nope. It's just that the file that I'm trying to send to him is too large.
And it is a Google Drive.
Yeah, that's usually why Google forces us to send it as an actual link to a Google attachment. And given that Luke has a Gmail address, that typically works.
Okay.
formats my brain dump into my Google Doc without any of my filler words or stutters. Before I started walking outside to script my videos, because I saw the Stanford study that says it increases creativity by 60%. Number 5.
All right. Well, Luke, what I'll do is when we get on that call on Monday, I'll go ahead and make sure that we go over your your presentation on that day. Sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, does anybody else have any other deals to run or anything like that? If not, I'm gonna pull that other project up. We're gonna see what free estimates came back with.
Yeah, I don't have anything, so I'd say let's do that.
All right, the free estimate shows here. We already went through all the things inside that plan, so I said, go look at the civil groundworks and the house vertical construction. This is the planning level this is a, on a 1 acre lot. And currently the current home price is, to build something out there is between $350 and $650 a square foot. With more complex luxury north scale work moving higher because of the amount of work coming this way. So it's been going up year over year at a 4.2% rate. So civil groundworks budgets, you can see here that just to do the groundwork, based on what the blueprint showed, would run a about around a $1.4 million price tag. When we look at the house vertical construction side of it, like having to do the actual build, the total construction cost on that place is gonna be about 13 million. That's to build it. Okay. So, the current budget, looking at groundwork and then what the vertical construction is gonna run is about a 15 to $16 million house. So the reason why we're, and let me see if I can show you the house real quick, because you're like, at $15 million, you're like, wait, what? What's going on there? Let me show you what the house looks like. That way there's a little better understanding. What do I do with this house? House plans. Wants me to do a septic tank on this thing for him, and I'm like, great, put a road in. But this is the basement right here. Underneath, this is the basement floor plan, man cave, theater, unfinished basement part over there, safe room, powder room. Going down, this is first floor, main floor. Coming in, you got the dog room, laundry room, dining room, foyer, flex playroom, bedroom 1 or bedroom 2, bedroom 3, family room, lounge, all that stuff. And then out here, you got the second floor, which is where you got the primary bedroom with a balcony, office off of the bedroom, large bathroom. They need a wet room in here, like, and 2 toilets. Like again, like you have all this room, why have 1 toilet? There's 2 asses living in this bedroom, I'm sure. Right? So there's his closet and her closet. That means there's 2 booties in there. So why not have a spot for that second booty to go do duty over there? Right? Like, I don't want to smell, anyway. We got a Pokemon room. David's office. I'm assuming his is David. Then you got bedrooms 4 and 5 up there. So you got a big garage basically for probably a RV garage. Looks like, pretty sure that'd be an RV garage. Then you got the casita off of the house and it's connected with a terrace. So it's all connected right there. I don't have any elevation sets for this yet, but again, inside of here, the guest suite itself has three bedrooms with a living room. So total on this property, about 9 bedrooms and about 14 bathrooms. And they need a septic tank. How big do you think the septic tank's gonna need to be?
super big.
super big. Like so super big, it's gonna be ridiculous, super big. So, yeah. But pre-estimates gives me the opportunity to see that and do it, right? It's crazy.
So there must be like some sort of formula, right?
Yeah, we have worksheets that help us understand the calculation rates on doing septic tanks, for sure. We use those quite extensively, looking at stuff for, and so, yeah. Let's see, I don't have anything else on deals today. We've got some deals we gotta go look at.
When you say go look at, like physically go look?
Couple of them, yeah, work wise, for construction wise. So we're gonna go do those. Oh, remember yesterday we were looking at, let me pull that back up. We were looking at that one that was the wrap. Remember we were looking at the wrap?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's pull the wrap back up. So on that wrap deal, where we ended up with that yesterday, Catherine, was
Mhm.
that, we would, sell the house with $330,000 down. And they would have to pay $6,000 a month. So the spread that that we're gonna get for selling it on a wrap is gonna be about $3,355 monthly,
Mhm.
okay? So at $3,355 a month, what we're gonna do then is, like I said, we can say, upfront cash plus this, where we end up is that, I said, why don't we look at selling the note after 6 months? We'll let it season and then sell it on the secondary market because it's got an arm. They love those arms. So we wrote the wrap note payment and see what it looks like here. And then underlying subject debt, put that there. And then we have, how much we're making right there. And that cash flow spread shows us we're gonna be making about 20 grand over that 6 months. Okay, so basically it would be like making $40,000 a year if we had it for the whole year, but wrapping this thing up, the wrap balance is gonna be about 766, which means the underlying loan balance is gonna be about 294,000. Because we're gonna be making payments still on that, right?
Mhm.
So when we sell it, if we sold it at an 8% discount, which means that we're selling it for the face value at about 92% to 88%. So we're selling the value of the balance. Okay, with a discount. So that gross discount lands right there. And after we pay off that first mortgage, we get 410 to 308. Plus, then you go back and you add in your 330 and your 20,000. These are your gross totals of what you'll get off the sale of the house. And that is if you sold it for the purchase price of 1.1. If you sold it at 1.1, your your gross profit, or it'll be net basically, because the 330 comes directly to you, the 220 comes directly to you, and then the net note sale proceeds come directly to you. So it says it's a gross profit, but it's really a net profit, 730 to 760 out of 1.1 million. And your total 330 was paid off. So if you do the math on that, and the other cool part is you don't really have capital gains on that. You'd sell the note and then that 1031 is super like, it's just gotta go into another note. So, but if you're at 730 plus your 330, that gives you close to your 1.5 million, right? So, cause or no, your primary note was 300. So the rest of all of that was fees. Does that make sense? Are you tracking?
Uh, I mean, I need you to send this to me so that I can. Uh, it's taking me a minute to wrap my head around. I mean, I get the concept of it. Uh,
Yeah, I think we definitely need to get Eddie on the phone and talk to Eddie about it, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. Like I saw the video that you sent where that guy was describing it to that other guy.
Right,
I mean, it's one of the things I love about real estate is the creativeness of it.
right. No, it definitely provides the ability to move through a deal, keep some money on the table and make some money in the back. That's kind of the point right there.
Right. Yeah, I definitely want to dig in so I can fully comprehend all the numbers. I think you can send me that chat, right?
Yeah, I can do that. All right, sent. No, it didn't. Try again.
So, do you understand? Ashley, um, probably not Luke yet, but do you understand what Tommy was just talking about with the whole rap?
Any questions about wraps?
I do understand wraps and I want to do one. I'm just like, it's almost like I think it would be easier to execute a wrap if I'm selling it, but there's deals where like I'm projecting, like I'm trying to convince the seller to sell to me on a wrap. So like educating and then the
Right.
process of finding an attorney to write up all the documents the right
Well, you
way.
want them to sell it to you on sub two, not sell it on a wrap to you. You want them to sell it to you on a sub two, right?
Well, like the one I was looking at the other day, it was a VA loan. They had it listed as an assumption, but then the guy changed his mind, blah, blah, blah. And so I looked into it more, and what I thought I figured out was that with a VA loan, it needed to be a contract for deed.
You're right. And that's okay, and it's kind of like a substitute thing as well. We're getting this house by paying off the owner 20,000. They don't want to sell, they don't want to deal with the sale of it at all. And so
Mm-hmm.
we're acquiring all the equity for about 20 grand. And it's somebody who's just getting rid of the property. We're getting the property with about 500 or 700,000 in equity. And we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to get the most equity from it, either create a cash flowing income from it or get the most equity from it. And that's what Catherine and I have been trying to figure out. Do we want to get all the equity out of the property and just go reinvest it? Or do we want to get some of the equity out and build a cash flow from it?
Right.
I want to build a cash flow from it. I'm giving Catherine the option to figure out how she wants to do
Mm-hmm.
it, you know?
That's really
So,
cool that you guys found that. Were they open to the idea of that already, or did you kind of educate them
no,
on
it's educating
possibilities?
them on it because The issue is the fact that they just want out, they can't, they don't want the hassle of selling the house, so it's literally like, okay, it's got a mortgage on it, let's just put it into a land trust. We'll take care of it from there, and by having it in the trust, no one knows who's making the payment, because the payment's coming from the trust every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so as long as the trust is making the payment, that's all that matters,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear different opinions on that all the time, but I know it's done.
Yeah,
Every, so. Well, my kiddos just got here, so I'm gonna mute.
no worries, we're gonna wrap it up. So anybody else got anything else they wanna do? If not, we're already past, I'm gonna say a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the blessing of this day and the blessing of this life. We ask that you continue to bless and guide us so that we may always do your will. In your name we pray. Amen. Catherine, that link is in the chat right there. You can see. You see that?
Yeah, got it.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. See everybody tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow. So everybody tune in and see what's going on.
Beautiful.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, thank you.